This episode of Super GG Radio is brought to you by our Patreon. Patrons of the show can get our Dogs of Super GG Radio newsletter, Super GG Radio stickers to slap on your closest PC or bag, input on what we cover, game nights with the hosts, and even a chance to win a copy of an indie we talked about. Not only that, but 90% of all patron contributions go to the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals. Visit patreon.com/superggradio to learn more.
What's good, Internet, and welcome to session 214. The numbers keep going up, Alex, of Super GG Radio, where friends chat about video games and all things adjacent.
We're like a clicker game.
I'm your
just
host,
like a clicker game.
And Fergie Ferg of the podcast, Eric Getty Gettinger. With me is my trusted advisor and killing it on male vocals, Alex Will.I.am Arona.
L'chaim, Getty. Not gonna lie, but the Black Eyed Peas had some bangers back in the day. I seriously, the end and then the album after that, man, those are on repeat. Still.
Mm-hmm. Still?
Yeah,
So,
you know, it's weird. I actually liked the Black Eyed Peas back in the 90s, pre-Fergie, but they did not go anywhere. Fergie was what really got there, and then all of a sudden now she's a milk mommy, right?
That's what I hear.
No, that was her solo album single, Joel. Was Milk Money.
Have you not watched that? Have you not seen it?
Milk Money or Milk
No,
Mommy?
it's Milk Money, but all it is like celebrity moms pouring milk on themselves.
Yep.
Huh.
So I mean,
Sending
between
you a
the
YouTube
Is that
link.
a fetish thing?
kind of,
I was gonna say yep real fast, but then I'm like, well, actually, I don't know.
yeah,
It's
for
like,
sure it is.
Okay, yeah.
So between Black Eyed Peas and Outkast, we really grooving through high school, right?
Absolutely.
Yep, I like that. Also with us is, you ready for this, Joel?
No.
Apple D App of the podcast, Joel DeWitt.
Apple D app.
That's not a name.
Yeah.
Apple D app.
Oh, it sure is. Oh, and if you don't believe it, then I'm gonna challenge you to a
We broke Getty. Funny story. So Outcast, Hey Ya, was a big thing back in high school. And I remember specifically there was somebody in our high school talent contest that did a acoustic cover of Hey Ya.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting.
acoustic on a guitar.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only reason they did that is because, gosh, who was the singer? Was it the Get Up Kids or band called New Amsterdam?
It was one of them.
Yeah, one of them did a cover of that, unironically, and of course, being in Iowa, that caught on too. So
Acoustic songs of random rap songs.
Duel. It was a duel. I was going to challenge you to do a duel. You know, it's not easy being an Egyptian god trapped in a relic, and even harder without having an inner voice. If you want to throw in me,
you know what my favorite
saying
Who
some
song
stupid
is?
stuff here. Go
Behind
ahead.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Okay.
Okay. Calm down, Joel. Calm down. Jeopardy answer,
That's
Joel.
that's the
super
Jeopardy answer,
excited.
Joel. Calm down.
That's the one reference I know from Yu-Gi-Oh. Is that?
Good job.
Okay.
That's
There you go. We got it there.
That's the thing right there. All right, guys. This week we're going to go crazy with betas. And then more betas. And then maybe a
Lots of
demo.
betas.
We'll see how this goes. It might be too many games.
We may have to do a double-parter, a two-parter.
2 parts?
A double beta episode?
Does that mean we get double the payment?
Well,
Yeah,
zero
I mean, 2
times
times
zero
zero is zero, right?
Boo. Boo. All right, well, let's roll with it. We're betas out the wazoo. We got some news, or I don't know what happened this week. And then fill in or fill out the backlog. I don't know. Which is it? Is it to fill in the backlog, or will we fill it out?
Fill in.
Both.
I don't prefer
My
to
vote
fill
is
out.
both.
It sounds
You don't
unpleasant.
fill out.
You fill out, for me, sounds like you're filling out paperwork, and I don't love that. So let's go to fill in. Wait, no, fill. I'm lost again.
Should we get Phil and ask him which he prefers?
I feel like he might have the answer.
In that case, I think it is a fill in.
Phil, help us. I know you listen. He listens every week and comments to me, like in person at the office. So, Phil, just give me an update. Are we filling in or filling out?
I don't know. But he's welcome to fill in whenever he wants. Just
Or
in
fill
case
out.
he is. You get to kick him
Or is
out.
fill out when he leaves? Like fill in and fill out.
I feel like fill out has to be a sign off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next time,
See-
remember
No,
this.
I'm into this.
I'm going to have to write that down. I'm going to forget for sure. All right. Moving it on to early adopters, where we play alphas, betas, and games. Yeah, that's right. It's just a bunch of games, guys. If you aren't familiar with Steam Next Fest is a thing that happens sometimes. And it's a celebration and an explosion of games, demos, betas, all up in your face. So we got a couple of those this week. First one we're going to talk about, neither of these are conventionally English titles, so let's go with En Garde.
Yeah, I will say that I think it was me who picked this week.
Were you
And
feeling
I think
exotic?
I did a really good job. I did a really good job.
Did you?
Pat myself on the back on
Did
this
you
one.
play these games?
I love these games.
You love them?
Love them.
They don't love you back.
All wishlisted, and it's okay.
Does that count? If you wishlisted, it loves you?
No, that's me loving it. Again, it may not wishlist me, and that's fine.
Oh.
It's
Sad.
their choice, Getty. It's their choice.
All right, Alex. En Garde.
En Garde is a third-person fencing game. You get an attack, you get a parry, you get a dodge, all with very generous timing windows and tells from your enemies, where you get a flash of red if you need to dodge with a little slow-mo, and you also get a flash of blue if you can parry. You also get a kick, where you can kick items to stun enemies, or you could just kick your enemies in the face, which works equally well. But this looks very much like if you were going to take, say, Pirates of the Caribbean and make it into a cartoon. And that's what I love, is that it's got a lot of the humor. You're chasing after this guy named El Vigilante, which is very funny. And there's a good witty back and forth with them. And the demo acts as like the tutorial, where you're just trying to like go through and do these different activities, trying to chase after this vigilante, and kicking people into water. Like there's a lot of actually like environmental pieces to it as well. You can kick people off of docks into water. There are weapon racks everywhere you can kick people into, and then the weapon rack falls on top of them. It just works real smooth. Light platforming. Just charming as hell. It looks good, plays good, feels good. Getty, what up?
That was pretty comprehensive. Yes. So, where can I jump in here? I think Pirates of the Caribbean is a very good way to put it. The characters themselves have good back and forth, and they hint, and they're like, haha, this can't be my brother. And then she keeps thinking like, nah, it probably is. Yeah. So they have that good relationship, and they're chasing each other through the town as your character tries to prove that they're the superior swordsman and worthy of being like a Robin Hood kind of character. All of the enemies are either your brother's peons. He's just throwing them at you left and right, or they're the city guard. And it's kind of funny because you get the feeling that obviously the government probably corrupt, and that's why there's vigilantes running around on the street. And the colors are very vibrant. You're running through marketplaces, you're running through back alleys, and it just feels really smooth in the transitions between the areas, and very bite-sized. You go into a room, if you can make it through the room, you automatically heal up to full health.
Which is really nice, because you only have like 5 or 6 pips of health.
Yeah. And then after that, as you go, if you can't succeed, it's not too punishing to try a room again. It doesn't.
They have good
very far.
checkpoints. They have really good checkpointing.
Joel, how'd you feel about En Garde?
I liked Zorro Simulator 2023.
Yeah.
It's a very cool concept. And, thematically, you're right. Pirates of the Caribbean, that kind of lighthearted, swashbuckling fun is what they're going for. I also got shades of Assassin's Creed combat in that kind of having to do the parry attack. You're doing a lot of crowd control around you too.
Oh yeah.
So you'll have sudden segments where it'll be 1 or 2 people, but then you'll be surrounding some with 4, 5, 6, and you're having to figure out the dodges and the pairing at the right time, and having to juggle multiple of them, and it forces you to sort of kite them around a little bit and use your environment items like crates to kick them over. You can kick them into water too, which is kind of a fun thing, or off a ledge. So that's a nice little detail, and it becomes very important for that stunning effect, because if you hit them with an item, they will be stunned for a few seconds, and you can get enough swipes in to really knock them out. I don't know about you guys, but my experience was that every time you approached them, I almost had to attack them a few times for them to parry me, and then wait for them to attack to parry them back to open them up. I didn't find myself many times like waiting for them to come in for the attack.
I did some waiting. I did some I'm just gonna chill out and wait for them to kind of go in there just so I can get some hits in. But also a lot of it's really not bad until all of a sudden there's like 3, 4, 5 guys, and you're like, oh crap! Now I'm just like getting stun locked here. But it's like you said, it's crowd control is really the name of the game here. So I definitely did some patience were required for me.
I think
dodge roll.
Yeah,
dodge roll's your best friend.
I think the linearity really helps too. Like if this was an open world thing where you were sort of wandering around, I think it would make it less of a crisp experience, and the way it's really honed in on the action and the combat. Like there's a little bit of platforming stuff, but so far it was pretty low-key things, just very small barriers to cross. I think it's got the balance right for that.
And I need this for like 4 hours. You give me that for 4 hours, and it's like, okay, yeah, you know what? Get in, get out, tell the story, and let me enjoy On Garde.
Mm-hmm. So you said you love this one, Alex.
Yes, I did. I very much so. Wishlisted already.
Wishlisted?
Heck yeah.
When's it coming out? Is it coming out this year?
I don't know.
Optimistically?
I will do the old Google machine.
I need the answers,
There's
Alex.
a link.
It's August. It's coming out in August.
August. That's what I said, August.
August.
Oh, man. At some points, you jump over you jump over tables and slide over the tops of the tables.
Mm-hmm.
It's got style.
Mm-hmm. It does. Zorro, Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever you want to call it. This is something to watch, and pretty close to when it's coming out. So it did feel very complete. I don't have any critiques for it. I would jump around all day fencing people.
Yeah. Yep.
You can't stop me, Alex.
Nope. Wouldn't want to. Wouldn't dare want to.
Yeah, you would. I know you. You'd be like, hey, man, you got to play this other game. And I'd be like, nah. Speaking of playing other games, we still have more. How much more content can you handle? 2, 3 more games? Let's find out.
I'd say so.
Next one. There's no way that I pronounced this correctly, so I'm going to trust that somebody else will pronounce it for me. Jusant?
Jusant.
I believe that's the pronunciation I'm going to go with.
Yep.
It means low tide. It's what I learned from starting.
It was
the
nice
game.
that they explain it to you right off the jump.
Yeah.
Yes. So it definitely helped to understand what the word meant, and then experience everything in this world that Jusant brings you into. We're still in third person here, but this is a climbing simulator for the most part. You are in this. It's not cartoony, but it's not super high detailed. It has a simplicity to it, but everything that you see, it gives the appearance of like a dried up ocean floor. And even the creature that you encounter kind of looks like a crab. But as you're moving along, you're climbing on stuff. You have to use both of your triggers to grab and release. And you have a rope that is a latch to something. It's kind of neat how whenever you go up to a new climbing encounter, it'll automatically just like pop into the wall. And it makes this distinct sound, so like, okay, now I can go.
Yep.
As well as when you're climbing and you get pretty far, you're like, I'm going to throw a python in here and just like jam it in the wall. And then you can continue on just in case you need to have a little sense of security there.
It works as like a checkpoint. Also, I think it's pronounced Pitten.
Might be.
I have a couple of friends that are rock climbers, and I believe they've said Pitten, but I could be wrong.
I mean, I'm happy if Jusant is the correct pronunciation, so.
That's true.
I'll take whatever I can get here. This one was pretty intense at times with how... So I noticed that there's a lot of times in this demo where you could potentially fall. Did you guys end up falling?
Yes.
No.
Okay. So I also did not fall. So can you explain the experience that you had, Alex, when you fell?
I guess I don't understand. I fell off. I kind of fell straight down, and then it kind of just put me back to where like the last checkpoint.
Okay. Well, I was talking... so, all right. If you fall, let's say you're climbing a ladder and you're pretty far up in the experience, then it just puts you back down at the bottom wherever the rope was. So it just like pulls you back. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is good. I mean, it's again, you don't want to get like do a whole bunch of work and then have like, oh man, I lost like 15, 20 minutes of progress.
Yeah. But that's what I was trying to get at. So even with how difficult it was at times to manage and climb up, because you have to actively find handholds. So if you fall, it isn't as punishing as it potentially could be, and there's no like death screen. Okay, that's kind of what I was fishing for. I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything
I was like,
there.
It put me right back. But yeah, that's also like that's where the pittance also help.
Yeah. What do you guys think? You got anything else you want to throw in here for the? Who was this one by?
Don't Nod.
Don't Nod.
Yeah.
Don't Nod.
Yeah. They've got some good stuff coming out.
I mean, didn't we play Harmony: The Fall of Reverie, which is
another Don't Nod
came
joint,
out, right?
Yep. Is it
Came
out?
So, yes, it looks like it was June 8th.
That was this month.
I should jump on that.
This is June.
Thanks for reminding me.
You have to do a mid-year recap. Where's your mid-year recap?
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it for my real job. I'm not going to do it for the...
Needs to be notarized, and I also need it in triplicate on the correct TPI form.
So Jusant is a very it was a relaxing game for me. I didn't find it too perilous. Both these games, what I liked about it is that it focuses on one thing and tries to do it really well. And a lot of times these climbing sequences in games feel more like a chore. Something that just sort of breaks up between the action and feels like it just cuts the momentum to a halt. And the fact that you're going to this knowing that it's just the climbing part lets you know what to expect. You can just take it at your leisure and just look around for the right spots on the environment and be doing the wall climbing thing. And the left and right triggers using the arms is a really nice simple thing to grasp. And
there's even like a stamina system, but there's also just like a rest button when you're on the wall where he just takes one hand off and just shakes it out, and it resets your stamina. And it's like, oh, that's nice that they just like put that right there. Like, oh yeah, stamina is a thing, but also it's not that big of a thing. Don't worry about it. That's nice.
Yeah, it looks like it's setting itself up to be a fairly low stress adventure that has a challenge, but to your point, levers to sort of ease off some of the dangers if you're afraid of losing momentum or progress there. They had little notes around the climb as well, which it looks like that's going to be how they dole out what story they've got throughout the experience. At least I didn't see any real cutscenes beyond the first part of it? Did you?
2 cutscenes
2.
in the demo. The first one when you pick up the cloche and you hold it to your ear, and then it does like a different views around. And then the second one when did you finish it? No, maybe when you install it into a device.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So my endpoint was they did you to where it's like a pretty open spot, and I started rappelling down, and I rappelled down so far that I didn't know where to go, and I just sort of started trying to swing left and right, because you can like wall walk along a certain path, and you have to a little bit in some of these challenges, but I rappelled so far down that I didn't know where to go, and I went from left to right, and I got my line hooked and caught against some shrubbery, and then I was stuck, and that's where my adventure ended.
Yep.
But I like this game. I wishlisted both these as well. I think they're very smart, clever, and fun. So
yeah,
2 very different games,
but very, very like pleasant, just something that's really just easy, non-stressful. Like, okay, we're just gonna be like, okay, we're just gonna enjoy some climbing and some relaxation. I'm gonna go through a couple of things, make some progress, and enjoy.
Yeah. You want to talk about low stress? I'm gonna move over to Viewfinder then.
Viewfinder.
Viewfinder. You know, I take exception to you coming in to this house and saying, "Oh, this is a Getty game." Mm-hmm. I'm like, you don't put that on me. And then I play it. I'm like, yeah, this is a Getty game. So anyway, Viewfinder. This is a first-person perspective, and you are finding views. No, in all seriousness, this is really, really fun. This is my level of relaxation. The way that your character moves around, you're trying to get ultimately to the end. What is the end? I don't know. You have a rewind button, and then whenever you come across a Polaroid picture, you can hold it up, and then you can make it into reality in the environment. So you put it wherever you want, and if you do something to accidentally delete or remove the progression point, I think it's a teleporter in most scenarios, then it'll be like, hey, you gotta rewind. You're gonna want to rewind. So,
but the thing I like about it is that the ability to like place the Polaroid and whatever image is in the Polaroid will become reality.
Yeah,
destroys all geometry in the world, and it makes me laugh really hard. To the point that like I just like put like, oh, this is some steps up to a door, and I put it down in the middle of my floor, and all of a sudden the floor is just missing whole huge chunks of it. Like I asked we played this a little bit at Summer Games Fest, and I asked the developer, okay, so you could just destroy the entire environment, and he goes, yep, absolutely. That's the point, is that you put your Polaroid down, and whatever is there is destroyed. We just literally cut it, like with a knife. So whole walls will be just cut in half because you put a doorway right there. And I said, that's really fun and really silly.
Yeah. But how far did you get into this demo? Did you guys finish the whole thing?
Yes.
Yeah. This one wasn't too long.
All right. So. None of the puzzles, not even the last one or the last couple where they give you a camera and you use the Polaroid to create your own snips that you then use in the world, but none of them felt obnoxious, obtuse, impossible. There was always like, oh, this is really, I can figure this out. Minimal effort, but still a really cool feeling of accomplishment whenever you're like, I wonder what happens when I do this. And as Alex said, you drop something right there, and it completely screws up the rest of the map. The one point where you have one picture and then you put it down, and in that picture is another picture, so you see like, okay, I can go on infinitely, and you have to build a road to another location inside of the map just using those pictures. Oh man,
in that section where it was having you go from like a black and white picture to a crayon drawing of a house picture, and then one was like an old first person shooter Doom type corridor you had to walk through. Like that,
Looney Tunes was in there.
Yeah, the way they're already playing so much with those ideas, it makes you really excited to see what else they can pull out of their hat with this.
This definitely felt good. It felt like they were having fun with it. They were like, hey, if we could do it like this, then we push pretty much anything in here. So when you get the Polaroid camera, I'm excited because the experience that anybody has could be completely different. You don't need to do a conventional play of it because
no, they when we were demoing it, I remember that at one point, like, it's like, oh, you have to go. Here's a photo of a room, and in that room is a battery you need. And and you can turn the photo. So I turned the photo completely sideways, where there was no floor. It was just like a wall instead of a floor because it was sideways. And I then tried to like use the furniture to like hop and find a path to still get the battery just because I was stupid and put the picture sideways. I just started doing really dumb stuff. You know, there's one where you have to put a bridge to cross a path. I put the bridge upside down, and now it's got all of these weird angles that I have to hop across and climb over to get there. And it's just super fun and silly just to do that. I mean, I had Alec over. And it's a little sad that we're doing it this week, but Alec was over and he played the demo, and he was like, he was trying just so many weird, wacky ideas, and a lot of them end up like breaking a lot of things. Like, okay, you got to restart, and he's like, okay, this is pretty stupid that you could just come up with so many good ideas of how to solve these puzzles. Oh, I'm gonna take this picture of something, turn it sideways, and then it falls on the ground. But if I do it upside down, it falls through the floor and goes like into nothingness, like just stuff like that. We just kept playing with all of these different options. And again, the demo's like, what, 15, 20 minutes, but you could still just sit there. We sat there for like 40 minutes just playing around.
Yeah. This one, I think, I take offense to you calling it a Getty game, but real excited about that.
You're developing a brand, Getty.
I don't have a brand.
Right now, your brand is weird optical illusion games and tactics games.
No, that's not true.
And any game that goes over 80 hours.
Oh,
that.
What was the end game time on that One Piece Odyssey, Getty?
1:30.
Yeah.
Jeez,
he finished it, Joel. It's on the beat list, Joel.
I finished it, and you know what? I am not done with it. I've rolled credits.
You're gonna go for the platinum?
I don't know if I can, because I started to do some of the. Even at the end of that game, and I'm not going to take too much time, but even at the end of the game, there is still a boatload more to do. Definitely pun intended, but yeah, I started like going and finding stuff that didn't exist before, and I was like, oh man, I could just play this game indefinitely. But I can't, because Final Fantasy 16 came out, and they had the demo last week, and we didn't get to talk about it. And there's demos on here, and I'm not going to get to talk about it. I blame
you. You can talk about it?
No, we can't talk about it, because it'll spoil the story for you. And Joel's not even going to play this game. He doesn't believe in Final Fantasy.
Yep, he hated the one about the bros hanging out in the car on a road trip.
I need to start from the beginning, in chronological order. It's one long story, right?
No, that's exactly the point. It's not one long story.
It's like the
never-ending
story. You're gonna really
struggle at 13, man.
Well, yeah, because I can't find 13 anywhere, right?
It's on PC.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I own it.
Do you need a copy of it? Isn't it on? Is it still on Game Pass, or did they take it off?
I think they took some of it off. There's like 3 games of that, right?
Yes, but you only need to play the first one.
No, you need to play all 3 of them. Otherwise, the story doesn't make sense. I still got to play all 3 of them. No, that's not true at all. How far along are you at in your Pixel remaster, Joel?
I stopped at 1 with the fire dungeon thing.
So the question was, how many Final Fantasies could he beat before Tears of the Kingdom? The answer is 0.
Yeah.
Joel.
Yeah. Look. If I aim high, I'll still fail, but you can say, well, he tried.
I was going to say, if you aim high, you can fail even more spectacularly.
It's fun for everybody.
Yep.
Is it?
No.
Are you guys going to race now that Alex officially has his remaster?
Absolutely not.
There is a pending review I have to do, but once the pending review is done, then yes, I'm going to start doing the Pixel Remaster
right.
as well as 16.
I will say I'm slowing down on Zelda and probably am going to pick back up Final Fantasy 1 here before I finish.
You can't.
That.
You have to finish Zelda. You have to finish it.
Roll credits.
Solid set.
Eat your vegetables.
7 out of 10.
Oh, the score keeps going lower the longer you play.
It is. I'm not surprised. I have the feeling that as people realize, there's a lot of stuff in there. Is it all good?
No.
Is it?
I think it all
Alex?
depends on what you want from it.
What do you want from it?
I don't know anymore.
You want a Zelda. How many Zeldas are in the game?
We can talk about this more in depth once I actually get to credits, but like I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, let's fast track to the end, and that's not a good sign for the follow up to a game that is easily the best Nintendo Switch game to me. So
The best game ever is what you meant
It is
to
funny
say.
that I do hear like a conversation from one person that's saying like, this might be the best game ever created, and then you hear like another show and they're like, I'm pretty much over this game. So it's like a weird
the thing you
polarizing
struggle with is like,
conversation.
it is a technical marvel what they accomplished with the game. Like the tools they give you and how open-ended it is to let people play in that area, but it's not a survival game anymore. It's a playground, and that's we can move on until I did tell.
So there we go. That's Getty. That's what Joel wants. Joel wants an immersive sim. Play Prey.
I don't know.
Brock,
that he has to
Brock,
play
tell him
that.
to play Prey.
He does already. He tried to send me a link to it being free on Amazon Prime, and I told him like, access to the game is not the problem.
You know what that means?
Don't
Getty,
think-
make it video game homework. I'll play
don't
Prey
think
again.
Prey is for everybody.
It's my turn next.
I know,
Exactly.
but I said Getty.
Yeah.
Next time, make Prey video game homework. I'll play it again.
Yeah, but then we have to name the episode "Eat, Pray, Love." But the
Oh man, I don't know
P-R-E-Y.
if I'm ready for that. Like I was
Well,
okay
after-
with it until you said that, and now I'm like regretting
after
a whole
all
lot of
the Alex
conversations.
memes this week, woo,
So many memes.
yeah, definitely over that. So Final Fantasy 16 TBD until Alex has time to whatever he does.
Look, it's installed. The first cutscene has been initiated and then paused, so I'm ready to like just sit down on the couch and watch like 30 minutes of cutscene before I
Welcome
actually
to
get
I was
play.
going to say welcome to the first of 900 cutscenes.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting popcorn. Like it's gonna be popped at the end of this show. I'm gonna be ready to go to watch some Game of Thrones. Let's do this.
Yeah, it is Game of Thrones.
It's Game of Thrones,
It's Game of Thrones. Don't tell anybody though. No spoilers.
but it's Game of Thrones.
It's kind of Game of Thrones. The amount of people that I've seen get decapitated in my first 4 or 5 hours of playing, 2.
I'm told that it's like, oh yeah, these two like countries are fighting, but also these other two countries are just kind of hanging out, and one of them may be trying to start a war, but also someone else is in the middle trying to play them both. It's like a whole this is Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So, if you want to play Game of Thrones, Final Fantasy 16 out today.
Let's do it.
All right, that's more content than I can handle. I'm sure you guys could probably continue to go on, but let's go ahead and take a break. Oh, hey, News. I got some of these new white sneakers. Never been used. We just have to stay away from them. Make sure that nothing happens to them through this news segment, okay? All right?
I mean,
You know, you make that joke, but I know a bunch of
Hey,
sneakerheads. And
hey. This is my bit.
I mean, you might need to mow the lawn tomorrow, and those might be the closest shoes nearby.
that's not how that works, Joel.
Joel, that is...
You and your
that is
New
blasphemous.
Balances.
They are multifunctional and they clean well. What can I say?
I also say that as New Balance now has a skateboard team and a skateboard shoe.
And you are part of it.
No.
So
I've not tried
So
it yet.
New
I've not
Balance
tried
is
it.
going to become cool. That's gonna raise the price of my New Balances. I don't know if I want
No, it's not going to... You're not going to pay more than $20 for it. It's fine.
Yeah, the skateboarding brand is the ones that are more expensive.
You're more concerned about inflation in general. Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's got the 1,000-yard stare right now. Yeah. It's good. All right, this is kind of a light news week, but I mean, I guess we can talk about most of this. I'm not doing this Logitech thing. That's just mean. The internet is a terrible place. Fine.
I didn't do it.
I don't know who did, but
No, it's a joke.
Nobody's
Nobody's
judging you, Alex. Nobody's judging you. All right. We're gonna do the Nintendo Direct, okay? Nintendo Direct is a thing that happens sometimes. What kind of thing, you ask? Well,
a magical
Nintendo
time.
just takes your head, they get your mouth open nice and wide and just shove a whole bunch of games directly into your gullet. Do you guys like games?
No.
Let
There
me
was,
force feed these to you.
There was a joke. I can't remember where it was, and I'm going to start trying to find it now, where someone made like an April Fool's Nintendo Direct where someone just started listing games. It was like, by the way, also coming to Switch. And it just was like and then like, oh yeah, by the way, also these 17 games are coming to Switch. And over the extended length of time, it has come to the point where like half of that joke wasn't like is real now. Like one of the things was Portal and Portal 2, and I'm like, well, they did re-release those, and I was like, Batman Arkham City. I'm like, oh, that's coming now. This is
real stuff that's happening.
That joke is getting real.
The longer that it was out there, the more it's become true.
Hard Drive had an article that was titled something like Nintendo fan excited about 19 games announced he won't play, which felt personal.
Who is that?
Yeah,
you've targeted at you
a little bit. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but also
I just buy them.
Not.
I just buy them.
Yeah,
I don't buy them.
Alex just embraces it. He's like, I'll take this, I'll take this, I'll take this. And then 2 years from now, we're going to be sitting here and he's going to be like, oh man, I totally have Super Mario RPG Remake on my Switch.
Good interlude.
Oh.
Very good.
Yeah, like he was already... peek behind the scenes, folks. Alex was already reorganizing all of the games on his Switch before the podcast so he could put all the Final Fantasies together in one folder. How'd that work out?
It worked well. They look all nice and they're like orderly. I do wish like the icons were a little bit more similar. The first like 6 are good, but then like 7 and 9 kind of mess it up. No, 9 doesn't. It's 12 messes it up. 12's icon messes it up, but whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Playing a lot of 12 there?
I should.
Yeah.
Should you?
I like 12.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Did you finish it?
Yeah.
I'm not convinced. That's fine.
The only one I still hold that really the only one that I will say that I didn't finish was 10, and that was out of spite.
Did you snap the disc?
Of course
No,
you didn't.
I just got to the point where it says, "Hey, do you want to fight the last boss?" And I said, "Nope," and then turned it off.
That's an Alex story, all right.
There's still a memory cards. There's still a memory card somewhere in a tote somewhere that has that saved.
Nintendo Direct.
Mm-hmm.
Running through Myth Force.
Me neither.
I didn't look at this. Okay, next one.
Well, no, Myth Force.
I know this one. Super Mario RPG Remake. Hey guys, you remember when that SNES re-release thing came out? Who bought it specifically for Super Mario RPG?
It wasn't on there, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Was Super Mario RPG on that, Joel?
It is.
I believe so. And if not, then I definitely added it to the Super NES Classic at some point. But I think it came with.
It's on there.
I think it came with. That and Star Fox 2 were sort of the weird,
I remember that
killer apps for that. But
That's on there. But a remake in this day and age?
New art. I don't love the new art. I prefer the pixels. What do you think, Joel?
What I appreciate is that Mario is still short and stubby, like he was in the images from the original game. he has this dead look on his face, like no expression whatsoever, like he is just like a plastic toy. So that's kind of fun to me.
Yes.
I have no personal affinity, so I'm not sure if I have a problem with it. Like the old graphics look pretty aged and muddy at this point. So
Yeah.
I think they need
But like it's one of those things that like pixel art doesn't. Like if you just made them all nice and crisp with the pixels, it would have looked just as good. Like you know what I mean? Like there is like pixel art is pixels are a timeless quality. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Also, going back to Myth Force, first-person shooter that everything looks like She-Ra or He-Man.
That game did look cool.
He-Man?
Yeah. Yeah.
But first-person shooter, like a bow and arrow or, you know, a sword and shield.
But no, we know at least one person that's very excited about this.
Is it me?
I was very confused by that comment as well.
I said at least one person.
Who is it?
Who?
Ramos.
Oh,
Who?
Super Mario RPG.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You went back to the actual point.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about Myth Force. I was like, who have you been talking to about Myth Force?
Oh, no one. What's Myth Force?
Alex already explained it.
Oh.
We can't go back.
Super Mario RPG, I'm very excited for. I really like it, and I think that I recently played Paper Mario, the original, and I think I like this. I like Super Mario RPG more.
Okay. That's fine. It's all fine. Quick question. Since I'm assuming you guys watched this Nintendo Direct, the art for Mario, Joel said he's got dead expressionless eyes. How's his trunk looking? He's still got junk in it?
Yeah, he's short, round, and fat. You know, kind of like a tuna can.
He's got a good pudge in his budge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's
Just
a thick
making
boy.
sure. I know that your biggest
C's.
criticism of the Mario movie is that he was no longer, how'd you phrase it, double caked up from the waist down?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's the phrase. The other thing I was going to say is that if you want to talk about thick boy Mario, let's talk about Super Mario Wonder.
Okay, you're jumping all over the place, Alex. There's a clear progression that we have to go through, and I don't know what Super Mario
found
Wonder is.
I found a transition for you.
Hold
man.
on.
Doing your job.
You're
welcome.
All right. This was never my job, so if you want to take it back.
No, I'm not taking it back. I'm helping you.
Super Mario. Nope, it's pronounced Mario.
That's dumb people say that.
Chris Pratt is a saint. Is this an elephant Mario?
Sure is.
Yeah, it is.
What is this?
So it is we're going to, the Switch came and went with both a Mario and a Zelda. Now a 2D Mario, and the powers, some of the powers are you turning into an elephant.
Okay.
We thick boys being represented.
I thought you were still recognizing yourself as a short king.
Getty, I'm multifaceted. I can be multiple things.
Except you don't meet the height requirement.
I also wouldn't call myself a tuna can, so.
All right, I don't get the whole elephant thing, but that's fine. Because we have a whole bunch of other games that already exist being re-released on the Nintendo Switch. You guys like that Batman Arkham trilogy?
The first one's good.
Coming to Switch.
I will kill you, Joel. I just don't know how this is going to run.
Not
Like,
great.
I can't imagine this running good. So I'm like,
The first two, it stands to reason that they'll probably be okay. That third one?
Well, no, not that second one, man.
Whenever people are like, yeah, we're just going to port it over, I'm like, I don't know.
I just feel like there's going to be a lot of fog all of a sudden. Like, all you got to do is to make one line where it goes, man, sure is foggy out here.
Okay, what else we got here? Dragon Quest Monsters? Are they remaking?
New one.
It's a new one.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep. You want to play some Pokemon with Dragon Quest monsters? Go for it. The one thing I saw is that this does not look like the Akira Toriyama art. And it very much shows.
Oh no.
He's busy on what was it? The Sandland?
Sandland. I don't know. I'm excited about that one.
Yeah.
It looks real fun. I guess the Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 1 will be making a guest appearance on the Nintendo Switch.
But that makes sense.
I figured it was going to be released everywhere. That's why they're re-releasing.
Mm-hmm.
But and one cool thing is that they did confirm that now you are getting Metal Gear 1 and 2.
Metal Gear.
From the PSX. PSX?
Metal
MSX?
Gear?
MSX?
MSX, I think.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
Don't Google it. I'll tell you that right now. Because you should be getting excited for Vampire Survivors over on the Nintendo Switch.
Hell yeah.
Home computer.
So,
Thank you.
What? So here's a question. Joel, do you rebuy it?
Yeah.
he does. Of course he does. It's what, $5?
It's cheap as dirt. Like, why not?
You play it
then
on
he has
two
it to
different
himself.
places already.
But
He
I can
has it to
play it
himself.
in my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. With
As can I, as I have a Steam Deck.
A Steam Deck.
It's okay.
Throw in the obligatory Steam Deck comment here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steam
Yeah.
Deck.
I'm not ready to make that jump yet. That's all.
You know what else is great on the Steam Deck? Power Wash Simulator. Alex, back me
Haven't
up
done it
here.
yet. Haven't done it yet.
Really? You've been
I
playing
don't-
it all on the PC?
I'm playing it during meetings. I'm playing it during meetings, and it's really nice. I mean, it's taking up all the Skater XL time, which is like the Skater XL time is like a lot. Like that's like okay, I'm about to call this customer, and it's going to be a long call of troubleshooting. I better boot up Skater XL. So when I'm waiting, like, hey, can you do this for me? And they're like, sure. It'll be about 5 minutes, and I'm like, okay. Turn shoulder to other monitor, and that goes the same way now with Power Wash. Where I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna hang out here, and okay, okay, hit next. Power Wash. Okay, next.
You have to do the sound effects, though. You have to do the...
Well, I turned the volume down on that. It was real
What?
loud. They made it so I couldn't
It's so
watch YouTube
soothing.
videos.
It's so soothing. So you're
But it made
watching
it so I
YouTube videos while you're on phone calls with your clients. And
Oh no.
Simulator.
No.
Good-
I'm not like that. I'm not
good
really like
God.
hitting hard on the real. That's too much sensory. But I can't pay attention that hard. I meant like when I'm playing, like when I'm tired at night, I will put on a YouTube video and play Power Wash.
all right. Well,
I
that's
like that Matt Pat and the game
From-
theories.
from Vampire Survivor to Power Wash Simulator. All right. Big news for Alex, because, quote unquote, he be eating.
I've eaten. We be eating, Getty.
Star Ocean Second Story R.
Yeah.
R
Hell
stands
yeah.
for remake, right?
Yes, and then this is the first Star Ocean I played, and it was the first Star Ocean a lot of people played because that first one didn't come to didn't come to America for a long time.
Right.
But then it
For a
came.
long
We got the
time.
remake, and now we have the second remake, and that's awesome. And they really did you see the trailer, Getty?
No.
They really touched up the when you like get a character portrait, it's really beautiful art, and then it does the 2.5D where it's like the world is 3D, but you got these cool pixel characters. It really looks nice. It just this is what I. This wasn't in the news, but there was a conversation by one of the people at Square that said that his team keep asking to remake Final Fantasy VI, and he goes, I don't think that's a thing we could do.
Why do I
But-
have to put in my date of birth in order to watch this on the Square site? What is
I
this?
mean, man, Square is weird. Have you ever tried to log into
Why?
Final Fantasy 14? You gotta put
just
in your
the one time.
social, and you gotta make a second Chocobo account or a Moogle account or whatever, and then have a Cactuar code. That's a one-time use code that only lasts every 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yep.
I don't like that at all.
Anyway,
Pre-order bonus, Pan-Galactic Federation Longsword.
oh, I might do
Oh
that.
man, Forest Knuckles. Oh man, you should definitely do this pre-order bonus. It comes with 20 resurrection potions. I know you need those.
I don't need those. What I was saying is that they keep asking to remake Final Fantasy VI, and I think that this would be the way to do it. Having this beautiful 2.5D pixel art. I know there is going to be a diminishing return eventually on 2.5D. I just don't think we've hit it yet. I mean, we still got those Dragon Quest remakes that are coming. So
Oh yeah, those one of these days.
they looked real pretty
One of
too.
these
So
days.
I'm just saying is that I'm still up for 2.5D.
Okay. Well,
Getty,
I'm going to
do you like
continue to
2.5D?
watch. I'm watching the video, Alex. I
Joel,
had
do
to
you
go
like
over and
2.5D?
watch it because you told me to.
I don't care.
You don't care about 2.5D?
No, I think Octopath Traveler looked very pretty, and I wish I liked it more. That's
No,
my
it's okay.
feeling
You don't
on
have to like it.
2.5D.
2.5D's
Nobody-
nuts.
That has to cross a line, right? that has to qualify.
That's not a swear.
As inappropriate.
That's not a swear. Joel isn't a swear.
I think that
We haven't started the count yet.
But does that count?
this is
Would
a
that count?
terrible Ongoing.
Would
issue.
that? That's got to go up
We're
to.
gonna
We
clean
gotta.
it
We
up.
gotta ask.
And then we
gotta
got
ask. That's a
Alex here
poll.
talking about his.
I feel like the
Alright.
threshold is like, would you want your kid saying that in
Yeah,
public?
Alex.
I mean, what age?
Now.
No.
So
I
it would
not
be,
mind.
it would
There
be
you
funny if Robin said it.
You know what? You're not wrong. But I did hear a story about a friend whose kid exposed himself on the playground. He's like, "Oh no, what happened?" Then he went and actually got the conversation from like the teacher, and he goes, "It was a D's nuts joke, but it went too far."
Oh.
And I'm like, "That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny." I mean, obviously
Yeah, except that
inappropriate.
kid can't go near parks anymore. So.
I mean, it was very funny, but that. But the other thing is, I think the kid was like 7.
All right, moving on.
What's next?
That was the Nintendo Direct news.
Was there nothing else?
What went wrong? That's
I mean,
Nintendo Direct.
We ran through that pretty quick. All I'll say in passing is that my kids found out about Nintendo Directs this time and made a point
Yeah, I
to
saw that.
sit with me on the couch to watch it. And they were expecting all the Mario news up front, and they saw Mario RPG and that Peach game and the other game, and you could see the life draining from their eyes as they watched longer and longer, because they wanted Mario Odyssey too, but like they went through the
doesn't?
different 5 stages of grief through the whole direct. It was just like anger, bargaining, acceptance at the end, and then Mario Wonder popped, and it was a good way to end the show. That game, it's about time they changed the look of that series. Like it's really fresh. There's a lot of expressiveness to it, and I'm pretty happy with what I see so far.
Okay.
That's all.
That is all.
Getty, we
do have
these
other
JRPGs,
news
man.
here.
These JRPGs, we eating good, man.
Why are you trying to turn this into an Applebee's commercial?
Hey, when you're here, your
good
family.
in the Super
oh wait, that's Olive
GG
Garden.
neighborhood.
It's Olive Garden.
Ugh.
Forget.
All right.
Welcome to Chili's.
Sad news today, as E3 will not be returning for 2024-2025. It's officially canceled.
It's a weird
All right.
oh man, we just might as well get ahead of this and just say nope.
I don't even think it was announced by that. Somebody like checked the records of the convention location and saw that they had backed out like from the convention. So like, I don't even think there was an official announcement for it. But yeah,
Okay.
E3 is dead. Long live E3. You know, we're in the
Rest
era.
in peace, King.
We're in the era of Teal E3. Summer Games Fest is going to go from being a like 5 trailers in a back alley to huge convention centers 5 years from now.
No, what do they say? Rest in power. Rest in power, King.
I don't know, man. So, you guys going again next year? Did you already get your tickets?
I don't know.
Are you allowed
No,
back
but I think there's
after
a good
Alex hucked that glass on the ground?
Oh man, I was so pissed. Just threw it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that party we were at where one of our friends dropped a drink and it fell and broke, and then there was a dude dressed as a referee and threw a flag. It was
And like the whole
foul.
crowd dispersed away from our friend. We all just separated to not be associated with our friend as soon as he did that. That's what happened. That's what happened. A circle's like separated around me where everyone just went, nope. I think someone literally yelled, "I don't know you." I think that might have been Joel. I think Joel yelled, "I don't know you."
Oh, that's good.
He really threw me to the wolves on that one, Joel.
What are we? A video game podcast?
Occasionally.
Who knows?
Okay.
We need to
Last
beat
bit of
less games,
news.
that's for sure.
Last one here before we get to the best part of the whole podcast. But I don't know why we're tossing this out there, but police catch bombing suspect after they followed a trail of Pokemon cards. This guy just were they falling out of his back pocket or what?
He was leaving him at the scene of the crime.
Ah.
Was he stealing Pokemon cards?
Let's see. I'm still trying to piece this out.
Great.
This article exists here. Did anybody read it? Nah, man.
So they found Pokemon cards in a small crater after he left. After illegal M80 explosives had been detonated in a small suburban town.
Oh.
M80s.
I thought this was something serious, not it's a stupid kid with fireworks.
Well, this guy was in his 30s. He was 34, and also when they had a suspect and they caught him, they checked his pockets and his pockets were filled with Pokemon cards.
That could be any 34-year-old.
Nah.
I work with 34-year-olds that are like, oh, I guess I'm gonna go buy some Pokemon cards. Shoot, I bought
great.
some this week too.
You did. Wild. Getty's the bot. Joel, if you see something, say something.
Daddy, we need to check your clothes for residue from bombing material.
Mm-hmm. The only thing you're going to find are Lord of the Rings trading card or the Lord of the Rings magic cards on me today.
Those look so cool.
That TikTok blew up, man. That TikTok blew up.
Did it? Like a bomb?
Oh man, I didn't even put that together.
Do you have the One Ring?
No, I didn't open all of the packs that I got, but the odds
Getty,
of
would you
getting
film yourself opening more packs?
1 in 3 million. 1 in 3 million.
Getty, would you film yourself opening more packs?
More? Only if you buy them.
No.
How much did you
All
pay?
right, then we're
What
in
are those
agreement.
costs? I checked one place and they were wanting more money than I think for a booster would normally cost.
What would you say is an excessive amount of money to spend on trading
A
cards?
booster of like a 15-pack booster pack?
15 card booster pack that has the possibility of containing the One Ring.
Oh,
Pat from Gaming Fix spent like $400.
I would feel like I'm getting fleeced if I had to pay more than $10 for a booster
Oh,
pack.
you're getting
Oh
fleeced
yeah,
for sure.
dude, no.
How much?
For the collectors, so the cards that you could actually the packs that you can get the One Ring in are the collector's boosters.
Okay.
If you buy a box of them, it's cheaper. I paid $350 today to get 12 packs. So you can do the math, but it still averages out to more than I think $30.
$30 a pack. Holy crap.
But if you get that One Ring, man, somebody's gonna buy it for $2 million.
Somebody already committed to it, or you're just
There's been people throwing offers out there. The largest one, I think it was last week, was $2 million. A game store in Spain was like, if you get it, we'll buy it for $2 million. So
I might go buy one.
It's like buying a lottery card.
No,
It is.
it's not even.
It really
it's
is.
not even because of that. I'm not concerned about that. It's more like this is a cool set from a series that Kelly and I liked quite a bit. So even if I don't go crazy on buying a whole bunch, it'd be pretty cool to just have a small set of Lord of the Ring cards.
They
Dude,
do
we
some
already
neat
saw
stuff.
some of them. They look cool, man. You had the second breakfast card.
I should have taken that card.
You
What? That
don't
guy
wanna
was
get yourself
nice.
in trouble.
Yeah,
The developer.
he was also date keeping the cards.
Of course he was.
At Summer Games Fest, we met one of the creators of this set, and he was a really nice guy.
There's 9 variations of the Nazgul card, in case you were wondering.
Joel wants to rob this man.
Yeah.
If he has the precious, then yeah, I might want to rob it.
All right. Freebies. We got freebies this week?
Freebies.
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 All right, Alex, you ready to run through these?
The raising, harmony thing.
No.
The barbershop quartet stuff.
We can't do
Yes,
that.
we should do that.
I'm tone deaf.
Next time.
Nope. All right. First up on the freebies list, The Hunter Call of the Wild over on the Epic Games Store.
Y'all like to hunt? Y'all want super realistic hunting simulator? The Hunter.
No.
Call of the Wild. Hunt the ducks, hunt the bucks. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Also, Emerald Coast Australia DLC now available. Hunt the wallabies.
Oh, okay. I don't wanna.
That sounds like a you problem, Getty.
Yeah, it probably is. All right. Next game up. You have 10 seconds on Steam.
They give you little puzzles from your character getting from one end to the stage to a doorway. How do you do it? When do you do it? All I know is that you got 10 seconds to do it.
This is good.
Yep.
We have
Yep.
Roots of Yggdrasil
There, that's
on
good.
Steam.
Roguelike city building game set after Ragnarok. Hades-style artwork where you're shown characters and making friends, but at the same time building settlements, explore 9 realms, and upgrade your deck to reach the top of Yggdrasil. Can you survive the end of the world?
No. You know that I can't.
No, I know you can't. You're the first one dead.
But I'll still think about picking that one up. All right. Next. What do we got? Whoa. 1v1 LOL.
1v1.lol.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
Do you guys like Fortnite? Imagine if Fortnite rounds lasted 30 seconds. 1v1 is Fortnite, but it's you versus one other player. That's the match. End of sentence. It can be on Google Play, Apple Store, but also at 1v1.lol. That's legitimately the website.
It's a browser
Also
game.
on Steam. No, it's also on Steam. It's also on Steam. Max
Okay.
FPS on Steam. I Googled 1v1.lol and Googling it because I put it at the top of the bar. It takes me to the 1v1.lol website, and I'm like, oh, okay, it actually works in the browser as well. That's real silly. But yeah, that's where we're at, is 1v1.lol.
Okay. Next up, Hell Division over on GOG.
Hell Division is a third-person shooter where you pilot lethal drones. Become a pilot of an armed military drone and plunge into an adrenaline-fueled action set in a cyberpunk city divided between 2 ruthless corporations. You're a drone. You're shooting lasers at other droney drones. It looks kind of intense. It's pretty cool.
Those corporations, they get you every
Pew, pew.
time.
Pew, pew, pew.
You have to. Somebody has to take that audio. Somebody has to do the Alex pew pew pew.
No,
Come on.
only
Okay.
Getty clips.
Only Getty clips.
Only
Getty
Getty clips.
Getty, do you want to give us a clean pew, pew, pew?
No, I don't. Last one, Echelon Book 2 over on GOG.
This is more of the old style RPGs that we, what was it, Heroes of Might and Magic? Your character exploring different wastelands, doing the turn-based combat. The combat looks to be a little bit more like Fallout. You have like a text box at the bottom letting you know what happens, and you have different pieces of armor that goes on different pieces of your body, and you explore the world of Echelon.
I also explore the world. Get it? No? All right.
Mm-mm.
No, my shoes! Oh, why did you let me walk in these?
You're
Alex,
not supposed to crease them.
Alex, I can't. I need to lay down. I'm never going to financially recover from this. My shoes! I need a break. And we're back with the Backlog Blog, where we play games about food that will enrage some people. What could that possibly mean? Well, guys, I'm talking about pineapple on pizza.
Real quick,
Pineapple
what is
on
everyone's
pizza.
default pizza? What's everyone's default pizza?
Like from the store or when you order?
You order.
When I order. Okay. So depending on the place, I'll either go with something exotic or I'll just go sausage and onion.
That's a good mix.
So your default is sausage and onion.
Yeah, unless it's the pizza place specifically by us, and then I do the salsa verde.
You got some weird. You got some. That pizza's real weird. You guys have some weird pizzas.
That pizza's real good, though.
It's so spicy. Gives me the GERD.
No, that's a different pizza. That was when I made you have the, what was it, the Maximus Prime or whatever.
Oh yeah,
And it was just meat, just like big clumps of meat and jalapenos on the pizza. Oh yeah,
yeah.
This is good stuff though.
Joel, what's yours?
So standards, usually I like to do it half sausage, half pepperoni. Usually have to have some kind of a diversity for the whole kid thing. If we do some local places, there's one that does a good taco pizza.
See?
Good taco pizza's a nice one. And then a lot of our local places have really like nice gooey cheese. So if we do a few local places, we have like just a good cheese pizza. Works well, but it's got to be able to stick to the actual dough. Sometimes with those kind of pizzas, you have a risk of it like falling apart. You know.
Oh, that's real. That's a real threat. Send us
too
your
greasy.
favorite pizza toppings at mail@superggradio.com.
Alex, what's yours? You dodged the question.
No, I didn't dodge it. I just wanted to make sure
Quit
I got
dodging.
that thing in there. It's regular bacon and pineapple.
Bacon? Well, I guess it's
What
not
makes it
weirder than
regular bacon as opposed to...
Canadian bacon,
yeah.
which is just ham.
Yeah.
Okay, so ham and pineapple?
That is
No,
the
I get this.
Canadian
ham
bacon
and
is the
pineapple.
common nomenclature for pizza places. For ham.
Yep. So I actually have to tell them American bacon and pineapple. A little crispy,
That's
salty, smoky
offensive.
bacon, and a little sweetness with the pineapple.
So pineapple on pizza. Joel, not knowing what this game is about, what would you think this game is about?
Yeah.
Well, I would think it's kind of like my kids' game where they just make pizzas and shove them out the door. But
You would be wrong.
that
This is... Your mind is about to be blown, sir.
Okay, so I do want to say that this is an Alex game. This is hey, this game is like 20 minutes, and it has a real weird, like, what are we doing? Oh, wait, I understand what we're doing, but that doesn't make it any less I swore. I apologize.
all right. We got the winner this week.
Now we have to do something.
We haven't even started yet.
Now we have to.
But the idea is still that the game kind of messes with your expectations, and then even once you know what the expectations are, you're still kind of like, man, that's crazy. Getty, talk about pineapple on pizza.
Pineapple on
I
pizza.
just want to preface that part.
First person perspective. You start. You ready for this? It's just a wall. It's just a wall. And then you move back, and it turns out that it's not a wall. It's like the side of a cliff or side of a volcano, and you are given free reign to walk around. It is a walking simulator. You walk around, you explore. There's people on the island. They're dancing around. They're playing. They're all gyrating.
They're doing
sequence.
tribal moves, tribal dance, and there's a tribal song kind of going on that's very poppy, right?
Yeah, it's so you walk around, palm trees everywhere. You can skirt around the outside of this island that you're on, and there's sometimes you come across other people, you come across boats, but you can explore for as long as you want. And then when you're done exploring, or maybe halfway through exploring, you decide, hey, why don't I walk up the side of this cliff and just jump in the volcano, because that seems to be the only way to end the game. So you jump into the volcano, and that's not how it ends. You are lifted up with the lava from the volcano, and then you're back outside of the volcano, but now there's lava that is just slowly creeping towards all of the people on the island. All of the people on the island. Okay?
So are you a part of the lava, or you're just being floated up from it?
You're just being floated up from it.
All right.
And then you can move around
you never see the character. So I don't know what they look like, but
or if they're even a character at all, or what's the point of it?
here's the weird part. You after the lava starts going, people are just still dancing. They're still dancing until a certain point when some of them just melt because they get caught in the lava.
But they're just still dancing.
Just burst into flames.
No,
then people start like
they
booking
start screaming.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, some people start screaming. It gets real weird all of a sudden.
And then they just book it. And what are they booking it for? Boats.
The boats.
Okay, makes sense.
So there's a couple of ways you can do this. You
I
can
escaped.
go to the boat. You don't have to go to the boat, though.
No.
But either way, it ends the same way. Pineapple on pizza.
Yep.
Okay.
That still doesn't make any sense.
I get the feeling I need to experience this game myself.
Okay, I'll elaborate. So
No.
you should
I
definitely
think
play
that
it.
I think that he
Just
should
leave it?
experience it himself. But
You got 5 minutes?
To be fair,
Is that how
it's
long
free.
it takes?
Yeah.
It's you could spend really the game is like 15 minutes.
Okay.
You can
right.
play through
And
it a
it's
couple
free.
of times.
Okay.
I played through it
It's
a couple
free
of
on
times
Steam.
because. Yeah, but definitely my
The reason
first
why you end up
reaction
the
what the
reason
hell
why
is
you
this?
end up playing it a bunch of times is because of these, like you get Steam achievements for like, oh, you saw the guy gyrating, or you went to the boats, but it's like just so many Steam achievements, and every time you just walk past something, new Steam achievement, and then after a while you get credits, you do get credits, and you're like, man, that was crazy, and then you look at your Steam achievements, you're like, oh, I missed 2 things, I got to go back and do this now.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
but that's how it ends. Pineapple on pizza.
All right. Okay.
And you do get, again, there are credits. You get credits.
All right. Sounds like it should be on my to play list then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that this is one of those ones where I don't remember where I heard about it, but it definitely was a very pleasant surprise. I found it out. I said, well, this seems ridiculous.
Us.
And then
You put it in the freebies one week, and then you're like, man,
Oh, yeah.
you gotta play this. It's real dumb. And I was like, all right. I was like, it runs
There
on
is-
Steam Deck. Done.
I actually have one in my back pocket right now that I'm about to try. It's like 20 minutes, and I hear it's like kind of crazy, so I'll let you guys know on that one too. I find these weird ones.
It's okay.
Oh boy.
But check it out.
Check a look.
Is that a thing?
That's from Devolver.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
that's right.
That's a Devolver.
I still need to watch that.
That wasn't even this year's. This was like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right. So
It was a long time ago.
so I've got a backlog of Devolvers to do then. Got it.
Well,
All right.
I mean,
They
again,
could've-
they have a consistent, very funny story.
Yeah.
Yeah, very funny. There was one that was like just Terminator.
Weird.
Their video games were causing a very bad future, and a robot kept coming back to try to stop them from releasing these games.
We are in the darkest future. Or the darkest, what?
Timeline.
Darkest timeline.
Timeline.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're good. Everybody's good.
Actually, I want to throw in one real quick.
What?
I've got a surprise backlog blog here.
Content?
Yeah. Believe it or not, so I ran across this game not too long ago. Not sure if you guys heard of it. It's called 1v1 LOL, and it's a let's call it a battle royale game, kind of like Fortnite. Everything's kind of polygonal, and it's 30 people jump out of the sky and float down into the ground. You have to procure weapons and items on site, and then the last man standing wins. And
Is there a battle pass? Is there a battle
not
pass?
yet. I could see them updating that in the future, but I know it's on Steam, also in browser. I've been playing it pretty much the entire time you've been talking about pineapple on pizza, so now I can play it without really knowing what it's about. So,
I had heard that this genre, the battle royals, is that how you pronounce
I
it?
think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that this genre has been popping up every once in a while, so maybe I should look into this.
Yeah.
Getty's so upset.
I'm so mad right now. I took off my glasses and I put my face in my hands.
Did you get one of those victory
gosh darn
royales,
it.
Joel?
No, I did kill somebody though, so like that's a big win for me over my
But it's only
time.
1v1. How that should be
No,
it.
there's like a 30-man drop. There is an actual.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really? That's weird.
Uh-huh.
Why is it called 1v1 then?
LOL.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
I'm good.
All right. Jeez. Okay. Let's transition over to our one last thing. This week's one last thing is brought to you by spamming gross eating memes. Thanks, Alex.
We eating, Getty.
I am. I don't know what you're doing.
It's power washing.
So you're just cleaning up the mess.
Yeah.
My one last thing is that Final Fantasy 16 came out today, and I was playing some of it, and I will continue to play it tomorrow, and then maybe into the weekend. Probably. Oh, and One Piece Odyssey is a distant memory. Get it? Because that whole game is about memories? No? All right.
No.
Alex.
I am looking forward to nothing. I don't play video games on the weekends, so I've been looking forward to Monday. Monday. I'm gonna play some Final Fantasy 16.
That's what he thinks.
Super excited for Monday. Yeah, that's what I'm excited for. Otherwise, I am brain dead from work, which means I am power washing nonstop.
Power Wash Simulator. Prepare yourself for that SpongeBob DLC. It's coming soon.
I am prepared.
You're not prepared.
You'd be surprised. I'm very prepared.
In the words of Illidan Stormrage, you are not prepared.
But I was prepared.
You were not. You were not prepared.
I had one of the glaives.
Not the first time you fought him.
No. But many subsequent times.
All right, Joel.
Guys, have you heard about this game called 1v1 LOL?
You're in match number 4 at this point.
Yeah, I killed 2 people this time, and I figured out how to build a wall. So like, I'm getting better. I don't know. This might be a good introductory step for the battle royal genre here. So be on the lookout.
Okay. Maybe it'll finally take off.
Yeah.
You know what else might take off? Heading over to Drink Poggers and entering code. Was it Good Game? Good game at checkout to get 10% off of your order. Do you like Sleepy Time? They have Sleepy Time drinks. Do you like Active Time? They've got energy drinks. Just mix it with your favorite water and go.
Do not mix it with a Monster Energy drink.
No,
that's too much energy.
Don't do that. It's too much.
But if you want to have some fun, mix it with Sleepy Time.
Yeah.
It's like Russian roulette.
Oh, it's really confusing. I'll report back on both of these experiments.
Don't do it. Wait, if you're going to do that, Can you make it half Monster Energy drink, half of the Twisted Tea, and then do a scoop of Sleepy Time in it?
Oh, that sounds awful. I'm getting over Twisted Teas right now. I don't know. Maybe.
Hey, you did that to yourself. Not the gross mixing thing, but... All right, that'll be it for this week's episode of Super GG Radio. Before we go, you can find us on Twitter at Super GG Radio and twitch.tv/Super GG Radio, where Tuesdays... Nope. We talk about Thursdays first.
Yep.
We talk about Thursdays because that's usually when we stream our podcast live with humans. Most of the time. Otherwise, Joel, do you have some special announcements for today?
Baseball is over and streaming is back. I think we're going to jump back on Disto Elysium on Wednesdays, and then Saturday, we'll see. Telling I need to figure out the details of that. Probably Vampire Survivors, if I'm honest. We've had
What happened to Escape Academy?
Probably Vampire Survivors, honestly. Just to ease us back into the streaming stuff. Escape Academy is on the docket. I just need to figure out when we've got ourselves raring and ready to go on that. But I want to get Disto Elysium done. So
do you?
I want it to be in the rear view window. I've made a commitment. I'm gonna keep that commitment, and then I never
the bad guy.
Then I never want to see it again.
All right, if that's what you're committed to doing, then I'll update the template right now. All right, I'm doing it.
Do it.
No takesy backsies.
Do it.
It's done. Okay, so now officially, Wednesdays Joel will be disco dancing
all night
as the bad guy.
Yeah, you can say that, but I don't know if that's what's going to happen. And then Saturdays, Joel's going to solve the problem with vampires. Will he do it before they release the couch co-op feature?
Oh,
Who knows?
couch co-op. I wonder if they'll have the Twitch integration for that, too. That you did a little nuts.
No, you can ask him. I just saw on my feed that they announced it yesterday. Couch co-op. So we got that, and then Alex is doing... Mondays,
Backlog.
Alex is hacking away with Watch Dogs. That's a thing now?
I keep hacking away, man. I'm hacking everything.
How many old ladies have you hacked?
Oh, so many old ladies. It's rough, man. It's rough. I feel I'm playing the bad guy at this point, man. There's one character who just hits people in the junk with a wrench.
Just one character?
Yep.
And then Tuesdays are still Skeeter XL?
Yes, sir.
Good. Gotta make that content. Are you making it?
Yeah,
Alex.
I have like 4 TikToks.
Requisition
in the
me a
pipe.
TikTok.
Well, I have one
made you-
where there's this anime game where they're talking about freaky things, and then Super Freak plays.
Good. I made you that. Do it.
You're welcome.
Did you do it?
I did.
Okay, thank you. Oh man, I guess if you'd like to reach us with questions or input, our email address is mail@superggradio.com. You can also share your favorite pizza toppings over there. Alex really wants to know.
I do.
What do you like on your pizza?
What's the weirdest thing you've put on pizza?
Anchovies.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can provide us a review on iTunes or the podcast app of your choice, and thanks for listening. Good game, Alex.
Good game, Getty.
Good game, Joel.
Good game.